Hello everybody and welcome to another Terrainify tutorial. Today we're going to show you how we make our sandstone theme using one of our models from our Spires and Plateaus terrain set, Single Spire D. All of the materials and paint colors we use can be found in the description below. So let's get started. The first step is to add sand. This step is technically optional, but we like the additional texture that's created by using it. We're going to apply the sand to all the flat surfaces of the model, including the small overhangs. To apply the sand, start by applying white glue with a damp brush. You want to apply a fairly generous amount so the sand will hold, but be careful not to use too much, otherwise the glue will shift after the sand is applied. Very helpful tip here is to do this in increments so you allow yourself a glue-free handhold. Now sprinkle the sand onto the glue and gently shake off the excess. We like to use fine grit sand and a tiny bit of medium grit sand to get some nice variation. Do this for all the areas you want to have that nice rough look. When you're happy with the look, it's time to seal everything with our thick sealer. And you want to soak it for maximum adhesion. Now set it aside to dry for several hours or overnight. Everything needs to be completely dry before we can move on to the second step. Step 2 is for the base coat, and we're going to be using a light brown or tan. You will want to be a little bit gentle when brushing so you don't accidentally knock off the larger pieces of sand. It's possible that the paint will reactivate the glue and cause some of the sand to come off, so be careful not to work on one area for too long. You can always do touch-ups after the first layer of paint dries. If you do end up removing some sand, just wait for everything to dry and then reapply it. And once the model is base coated, set it aside to dry. Our next step is dry brushing. This is step 3. For this, we will use a very light tan or dark off-white color. Apply a heavy dry brush layer to the entire model and then set it aside to dry. That's it, just 2 colors on this one. Alright, step 4 is for the plants. Sandstone is an arid theme, so our plants will be dry and thirsty. We're going to use a few different shades of yellow and brown grass tufts, along with brown reindeer moss. Using white glue, apply the grass tufts and reindeer moss to various places on the model. Create clusters of various sizes to give them more visual appeal. And once the foliage is dry, the terrain piece is finished. Sandstone is a great theme for a lot of different encounters and games. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. If you did, please like, comment, and subscribe. Also check out Terrainify.com for this model and others, along with STL files. And be sure to follow us on Facebook for sneak peeks of new models and more. Thanks for watching.